Oh, welcome back. So, been working school for the past 15 hours. I come home and what's the thing I see? I see a Napalm video about the G-2 being a bad asset flip. Well, I will agree on the bad asset flip, but the G-2 being bad? Napalm, what the fuck? Actually, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like last time with the P38K, I let it slip. Whoopty took that one on. He didn't agree with you. I certainly didn't agree with you, but I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Today with the G2, really? The G2 being bad when you're flying it at the deck, dogfighting a Spitfire. Even on that, I have an example of that later on. I don't get triggered quite fast, at least not on videos like that. But this one really struck a nerve. This plane is probably my favorite prop in the game, or at least the G2 Trop, which is my number one most flight prop, and this one which I have been flying for the last week. And I don't like doing this, and I don't like gatekeeping or being an elitist, but I'm just gonna pull it up right here, and I don't like it. I don't like when you call a plane bad, especially when it's not. And I don't like it especially when it's one of the planes that I enjoy, well, a lot. It's a good plane. It's a strong plane. It's an extremely strong plane. The climb rate is exceptional. The turn rate isn't the best, but you don't turn with turn rate in this thing, you turn with energy. People might out-turn you, but people won't get guns on you when you out-energy them. You can out-turn. And yes, I mean out-turn in a dogfight, just go vertical, keep them in an energy trap. If you go starting in a head-on, you will out-dogfight P63s. You will out-dogfight Yak 3s. You will out-dogfight a lot of this shit. So when you start saying that this plane can turn with anything, that is bad, that it overheats. Yes, it overheats. Have you seen the performance of this thing? And I do agree the G55 is a better plane. It just is. It climbs just as well, or maybe a tad bit lower. It turns exceptionally better. Has much better firepower. Sure. You're forgetting one thing. It's a BR higher. Yes, that as well. It is a different plane. You don't fly it like a G55. Yes, of course the G55 is going to beat this thing. It's better in most metrics. But that's not the point here. We're looking at this thing on its own. And this thing is far from bad. And I'm going to show you that in this video. I'm going to have multiple showcases near the end. This is just a game which I can rant on, which I don't have to explain anything on. I'm just going to vent. But I left the house at 6:30, I came home at 10. And then I have to deal with this garbage. I'm not going to let it sit. I'm not going to let it just bool. This is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night. Ironically, of course, don't take that serious, but it really annoys me. Which you can probably hear on my voice. Which also helped that whatever, that doesn't matter. I am done with content creators that have no idea what the fuck they're saying, bashing on shit. And I don't care if it's a tank, if it's a plane, if it's a boat. I don't care. And I'm not gonna call any more names, this is just one of them. This is just a rare example, or quote unquote rare. Makes no sense. Just because you can fly the thing doesn't mean it's bad. And a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people that actually know how to fly this thing, that this is one of the better props at the BR. Of course the 109 F4 that I just killed, ironically actually, I didn't think about that. There aren't many planes at 4.3 that outperform this thing. It climbs so well, it's so good at altitude. You're flying at low alt. This thing is above Spitfires when you reach 6K. Of course they're gonna be like roughly on the same altitude, and when you get fully up tiered to P38K, yeah, you're gonna struggle. But it's 5.3. But the P38K is ridiculous in a down tier. Which is quite funny, another plane you call bad. And I'm not gonna disagree with everything. Yes, the teams are a lot better, and yes, a lot of the kills and a lot of the win rate comes from allied teams being absolute pepegas. Just bombers, attackers, people going full commit head on and losing. Like the planes with like 7.7, doesn't matter. All this shit is right, and I agree with that. But don't start calling this plane bad when you don't know how to fly it. Altitude, king in this thing. Stall fighting, you said was bad at stall fighting. It turns quite well, you just have to know how to manage the flaps, and it's not easy to do. Because the flaps are slow, they retract slow as well. But they gave an exceptional amount of lift. And you can see Bob over there just scissoring with a Spitfire. And that Spitfire can get on his 6, he reversed him. And the Spitfire wasn't much faster at the start. And I know this because I was in a voice chat with him. I'm gonna clean him up anyway, because it took him too long, and a Spitfire, yes. A Spitfire have the advantage in a dogfight. At least in a one like that. And I'm gonna start off with this one, P-51. P-51 isn't unmaneuverable whatsoever. And this guy is gonna sit on me for quite a bit. Just watch. Cooling my engine, I'm diving and I don't want to go too fast. At this point I'm kind of gauging what he's doing. Defensive flying with this thing, when you use your rudder, is actually quite effective. This thing rolls pretty nicely with your rudder. Without it, it rolls like a brick. And you're flying with your mouse, so that's one of your problems. Right now I'm trying to throttle drop, trying to reverse him. And he's slower again, so what do? Another trick this thing has. German air brake. Prop pitch on 100, throttle on 0. Now look how close he gets. He's still throttle dropping. And at this point, I'm done throttle dropping with you. I'm gonna whip. Gonna deploy my flaps, and I'm gonna go straight up. Straight up. And this guy is dead at this point. Unless I'm fuck it up. Which I probably won't. Because I'm in a G-2, and this is the thing it's good at. This is the thing I've trained. This is the only thing I do in this plane. Energy trapping. Now look at the vertical. Oh man, there's no chance. Look at how much more energy I have. I'm at this altitude, and look at this stall. Controls so nicely, instant fire. This thing has such nice stall control, and yet Napalm over here saying that it stalls very poorly. No, it doesn't. You just look at it. Turn my engine off because I'm overheating. And I got a Spitfire coming in. It doesn't matter, it's a sea fire. He one-shots my oil, but he goes into the ground. There we go. Example after this. Spitfire Mark 9. Is this the best idea I had? Definitely not. Was it worth the risk? Definitely yes. I'm on low fuel. Spitfire just took off. He has 20 minutes. Probably. Just an assumption. I'm going 500, and what do? I dodge the head-on. Spark some 7.7s. And I go up. Going 300 here. Checking for the P25. Not using my flaps too much yet, because I don't want to bleed all my speed off, because he will out-turn me anyway. And at this point my boat going 200, and I'm gonna go up. Up, up, up. That's all you do in this thing. Landing flaps are coming down. You have to prepare them, because it takes a bit. Of course this is very sketchy. I'm dogfighting a Spitfire, and a Spitfire is definitely a better plane in the dogfight. Go below him. Now my bottom of the loop, there's his top. Gonna go over him. I made a slight miscalculation here. Definitely. But I'm stalling him out. I didn't expect him to get that shot because he was so low on speed. And he's falling out of the air, so he can't get the shot anymore. Which is just a slight miscalculation. And I'm going up at this point because I'm straight above him. There's no way the Spitfire's pitching up anymore. Look at it. He can pitch up. He might turn better, but he doesn't have the energy to get near me. And that's a Mark 9. That thing isn't bad. And I checked the stat card and no, he's not stock. Far from it. And here we go again. Absolutely amazing stall control. Absolutely fantastic stall control. Don't call the stall control bad. F6F, he's above me. F6X, what does it do? It turns pretty well. But that's all it does. What do? I dodge the head on and I go up. You get the first shot, why? Because he has energy and he can turn. I dodge his guns. What do? I go up again. Because that's all this plane is good at. Going up. And it's exceptionally good at it. And I'm above him and he can't do anything anymore. What he's gonna do is he's gonna dive away. And what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be right on the 6. I will catch him. I will catch him in this. Too bad that he got killed by a friendly. But the point still stands. And then we go to the next one. And the last example for now, because I'm extremely tired and I want to go to bed. Of course this Spitfire kill is... he's pretty much stalling out, you know, nothing special. Yak 90 and I get him on my 6. First thing I do is get a little bit of altitude, just to convert that energy, because if I turn right now I will burn more energy than I would if I'm slower. Get some separation, do a split S, close the radiators a bit for that extra performance, and there we go. Dogfight. Yes, I will end up getting help from a teammate in the end, but I'm just putting this in here as a showcase. I've only gotten 50 kills in the last week and that's the only kind of recording I have. I'm not gonna include all the just the 4, 5, 6 kill games that are just cleaning up people. I'm just gonna use these examples and you can say, yes, these are cherry picked and oh, you're just fighting bad people. Maybe. You saw the stat card at the start that I'm doing it consistently, so you can say cherry picked. And don't start saying, oh, you're just good at the game. No, that's not what this is. And that's not what I'm trying to convey here. I'm not an advocate for starting to rub myself off. And you should know that by now. But when I go 50-0 in a plane, yes, arguably I should have one dead. And I didn't die. One. Like, it's negligible. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to say here that I can't do that consistently in a plane that's not good. I simply can't. And if you think I can, then well, thanks for the compliment, but it's not gonna happen. And if you disagree with all of what I'm saying, then please let me know. But please, please, please start thinking for yourself and don't take anything someone that you watch take for granted. Like, it doesn't. I don't care if it's me, if it's Whoopty, if it's Adam, if it's Fly Daily, if it's fucking Napalm. I don't care who it is. Don't take everything people say for granted, because a lot of time people don't have the full knowledge on something. Why do you think I don't make a video on the MiG-15 bis? Because I don't feel adequate in talking about it. I'm not good with that thing. It's not a plane that I want to showcase, and I don't have an understanding of it. That's also why my videos are pretty picky. I don't upload that much. Like most planes I fly, I will have at least, and I mean at least 30 flyouts before I make a video. With some exceptions, like when I get an 8 kill game or when I get a 7 kill game, it doesn't matter. I want to have a good understanding of a plane before I make a video. Why? Because I don't want to misinform people. Misinforming people is one of the biggest gripes in my life. It's not about me being right or you being wrong. I don't want misconceptions. Because once a misconception starts, when it arises, what happens? It starts catching on and it goes out of control. And if I let this one go out of control, I'll probably get like 1,000, 2,000 views on this thing. I won't like turn over everyone. Every single one that I can turn over is worth it to me. And just to be completely transparent, I still send my videos to about 3 to 4 people that I know that know how to fly to review my videos, so I don't need these major fuck ups. And over there you had Bob, or Reaper, got him Bob before as well. Reaper over there was 3v1ing at the start for about 3 minutes, started to turn into a 2v1, and what did he do? What did he do? He killed them both. Exactly. Bad plane, am I right? The only bad thing about this plane, in my opinion, is the overheating and the fucking skin. Because the skin on this thing is absolutely hideous. Without further ado, I hope you enjoyed my little rant. Also look at this fucking cancer rolling, it's not healthy. But I hope you'll enjoy the rant. It's something different for once. I really needed to vent this one out. A long day, a job, whatever. I'm just fucking done with this shit. So I decided to shit on him in a video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you disagree with me, that's fine. If you disagree with him, that's fine as well. If you agree with him, well, I think I call him enough names.